Hey, how are you? This video is all about you. Grab your flashlight. I'm Talani Ivy, and I'm here to tell you that you're not lazy, you're just afraid. Like procrastination versus perfection, that's what's holding you down. In today's video, I want to talk about the importance of understanding our fears and how they can impact our actions. Often, we may feel like we're being lazy. We do feel like that, guys. But the truth is that many times it's fear holding us back, like taking our head, like it's holding us down. Nobody gonna break nobody gonna stop. Fear can't slow me down. This fear can stem from various sources, such as the pressure to meet our expectations or the anxiety of facing potential failure. Recognizing that fear is a significant factor in our behavior, it is the first step towards addressing it. So we might try to get up to go for that interview, but because we feel like, hey, I'm not good enough in this, I've never done an interview, I don't know how to go about doing this, I don't know what to do here, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to answer. Just the other day I was in the interview room and I was nervous. Yes, I was a little nervous because I was afraid of what are they going to ask? Am I going to answer these questions? What am I going to do? How am I going to feel about this question? Am I going to do good at this? Am I going to fail at these questions? And when I look around, every given person was sitting in the room on their phone, trying to research interview questions, trying to research the answer for these questions. Really and truly came up to my time. I went in there and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Chip chop. I answered the question. I was like, oh, did I do this? But I wasn't afraid because the fact that I wasn't lazy enough, I got up and go for that job. The fact that I wasn't afraid, I went inside that interview room and I did my best. Get it? When we let fear dictate our actions, we can fall into cycles that prevent us from moving forward. I'm telling you, you're afraid to go for that interview, you're going to sit in that room of yours every single day and you're going to be like, oh, I applied for a job. Did you went for the interview? No, you did not. Because this fear is sitting deep down inside of you and it is holding you back because you applied for that job, but you didn't get up to go for that interview. What? Why you keep applying? Just to say that you applied? It can create a sense of avoidance, which we shy away from tasks that we know we need to tackle. I'm telling you, we know that we need a job because if we don't have a job, we ain't gonna feed. If we don't have a job, we ain't gonna be able to get ourselves the essential stuff that we need in life. So it's really making you look like you're lazy. Anyways, this avoidance can lead to feeling of guilt, stress as we become aware of what we're putting off. Understanding this dynamic is crucial for breaking free from it and taking control of our life. We understand that, yes, we are not lazy enough to go and apply for that job, but we are afraid to just go for that job. We need to set some pointers for ourselves. Like, we could count to 10, the 1 to 10 method. I'm afraid. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still feeling afraid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're like stemming, but not really stemming. You're just trying to find something to calm you down, to cool you down, so that you can push the fear to the back of your head, so that you can go into that interview to say, yes, I tried. I went for 20 different interviews and I gave it my best shot. So push the fear to the back of your head so that you can breathe so that you can do these simple stuff. To overcome these fears, we should focus on setting realistic goals and taking small steps towards our objective instead of trying to achieve everything at once. We can break tasks down into manageable parts, allowing ourselves room to grow and learn along the way. By shifting our mindset to embrace the journey rather than striving for perfection, we can empower ourselves to take action and move forward with confidence. So, I might be filming this video, but my fear is that I'm going to be judged for reading from my notes. I'm going to be judged for, you know, not remember everything from the tip of my head. But I'm not perfect. I'm not going to try to be a perfectionist, because if I was supposed to sit down and learn everything, remember everything that I wrote down, that I came up with, I would procrastinate, and this video wouldn't be out there the time that it's out there. So I just want to say that I'm no perfectionist, because if I was a perfectionist, I would have sit down to learn every single word like I did for a few of my other videos, and I'm going to still make an error if I had sit down and try to get every single word. For the past period of time, I've been procrastinating because I was trying to be perfect. I didn't have this, I didn't have that. I was just trying to be perfect. And there's a few errors in this video that I was going to, edit out. But I'm like, no, because then I would try to look like I'm perfect, and I'm not perfect. I'm going to show you that if you're supposed to watch this video this far, you're going to see that I'm not perfect. And because I'm not perfect, I didn't procrastinate to put this out there to let you know that you are not perfect. You shouldn't be perfect, because if you're too perfect, you're going to always procrastinate, because you're going to be afraid that you're not delivering the best pieces. You're not putting out the best pieces. You're not writing the best pieces. And yeah, the fear of not meeting one's own high standard can lead to perfection, can lead to avoidance behavior, which can be manifest as procrastination. Perfectionism versus procrastination, argued by Dr. Timothy Pitchell. He argued that these two are interconnected, as perfectionists may delay starting or completing tasks due to fear of not meeting their high standard. Perfectionism involves setting unrealistic high expectation for oneself. Because why are you going to set unrealistic goals for yourself? Oh, 6 month time I need a jet. 6 month time you need a jet. In 6 month time you need a jet. What the hell? What's going through your mind? What are you going to do? Are you going to push drugs 6 months from now to own a jet? Because nothing that you do to be classified as a financially responsible individual is going to have you owning a jet in 6 months time. Nothing. Which can lead to anxiety. Setting unrealistic goals for yourself can lead to anxiety and fear of failure. Oh no. Oh no. Fear of failure. This fear may cause procrastination, where individuals put off tasks to avoid the discomfort of not achieving perfection. So 6 months from now, you could have owned probably a nice apartment, but because you wanted a jet, you didn't try to get up to do something, because the plan or the idea that you have wasn't going to lead you in the direction of owning the jet, so you just put it off. To combat this, it is helpful to set more realistic goals and deadlines. Setting realistic goals and deadline break tasks into more manageable steps, as I stated before earlier on, and focus on progress rather than perfection. So the simple, if you're supposed to be able to afford a nice apartment 6 months from now, take that as a step, take that as progress, because you were living in the projects before. Now you're able to afford a nice apartment. Right after the apartment, you're able to buy yourself a nice car. I mean, you might not be able to afford the bees, but you got yourself a nice car. Be appreciative, be grateful that you're now able to afford you a nice car. Take it as a step. As the journey goes on, a year down the line, you're able to afford a house. Take it as a step. Do not procrastinate, because procrastination, it is going to slow you down. It is going to hold you down. Perfection, it is going to slow you down. It is going to hold you down. Try your best to accept these steps, take these steps, and move forward. Because if you are not able to accept these steps, to take these steps, these simple steps, you won't be able to move forward. Because honestly, that day ain't gonna come. It ain't gonna come. It take time to build on what you actually want, things that you actually need. Working towards the progress that you want doesn't take one day. Setting goals and this deadline, these, for example, instead of writing a perfect 10-page piece in one day, try to write 2 pages per day for the entire week to meet the goal that you want to write that perfect paragraph. I am a psychology major in some sort, and I remember like I had this piece coming up and I was like stressing about it. And I'm going to tell you this, nothing is wrong with not being perfect. I took 14 days to write that piece. Every single day I write a paragraph. And at the end of that 14 days, I was able to accumulate an A. It might not be an A plus, but I got an A. I got me an A because I took my time to not write the perfect piece in one day, but to write the perfect piece in 10 days. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You might tell yourself that you write this perfect piece in one day, and really and truly it's crap. It is crap. Take your time to discover ideas, to breathe, so that you can, write that piece. Every single day you're going to encounter a situation where you're able to add a little piece to that piece that you're writing. So do not rush it. Take your time to breathe. Take your time to write whatever you're writing. Because remember, perfectionism is procrastination. Understanding and making mistakes is a part of you. Everybody make mistakes. Sometimes you're going to fall, but guess what you gotta do? You gotta get and brush off and run again. Because if you believe that life is nothing without mistakes, and if you think life is actually something with no mistakes, you're behind. You are really behind. You're currently growing, and this process, when you believe that life is about mistakes, it is going to alleviate the pressure that leads to procrastination. So when you understand that life isn't perfect and life is nothing without mistakes, you'll understand that it will help to reduce or take some of the pressure off that will lead to procrastination. I'm Talani Ivy. Remember your flashlight. I'm out.